it's Elizabeth from the Toy Hoarder. I am back with something fun from a movie. So this is actually a popcorn container, guys, but it can be used as a toy or even to store toys. This one is the Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves popcorn bucket from AMC. It is an AMC exclusive. This is a D&D die, Dungeons and Dragons, D&D. It is called a D20 die because there are 20 sides. When you buy one of these, they do not actually put the popcorn directly in it. You get this, and then you get a tub of popcorn. So they don't actually put it directly touching this bucket, so it's still clean and good, and you don't have to worry about the grease or butter or salt or anything from the popcorn. So no concerns on that end. The whole bucket is made out of a plastic that's got a gloss over the paint, so it's nice and smooth everywhere, even the points that are pointed. The whole bucket is thin, cheapy plastic materials, like the plastic that you would make one of these newer toys out of. So it's super lightweight and easy to move around despite being probably bigger than my whole head. I'm gonna show you guys up close everything that I'm looking at. I'm gonna show you one side first, up really close, so you can see the Dungeons and Dragons symbol, which is a big dragon here. Right now it just looks like a regular 3D sculpture of a die, and it is, I mean, it's super cool. We've got a dark gray background for all of these triangle shaped sides, and then each triangle side is indented a little bit so that the edges seem to be almost welded together with dragon scales, which is super cool. And then each of those triangles, the whole center triangle, is in a little further than the edges and corners of the die. And that panel has, I'm trying to tell you what this texture looks like. I guess something like the flat scales on a dragon, I suppose. And then the edges are sharper dragon scales, so maybe more armor sections of the dragon or something like that. So two different types of scales, I feel like. One that is more flat and rounded, almost more like mermaid scale type of thing, but maybe bigger. And that is textured into the inner triangles, and then the larger ones are more conical in shape, but a little sharper. So that's kind of cool. Each of the corners of the triangles meet up, and they look like they are joined by pieces of metal with rivets through them. So this is really cool, very medieval knights and dragons kind of thing. Each side also has the red dragon in the middle, as big as the triangle will allow it to be, which is 3D on here. And then the digits are gold on top of that. The dragon isn't super real looking. It is the symbol for Dungeons and Dragons. So it's actually a dragon that's body is shaped into the and symbol in English. So an ampersand. And then we've got the gold numbers so that they show up really nicely on the die and from further away. They're not numbered exactly in order, so I'm not going to show you all of them, but if I can find a couple, I'll show you. So here is 1, and then 2 is over on this side. So they're not all right next to each other ordered. It's more like a real die where they're all over the sides. So super cool. It does actually have a number 1 and a number 20. I know some of the dice do start at 0 and then go to 19 or things like that. It is all the digits 1 through 20 on this. And then on the inside, there's a bunch of lumps and things that kind of weave and wave into each other. There's no sharp lines, they're kind of curved, but it maybe stone in there or something, like a bunch of pieces of gravel type stone, like they carved it out of an ore mine or something. Also in the lid of it, we do have a couple of the copyright things. So we've got the AMC logo. There's also a playdnd.com scannable QR code in here. There's a Wizards logo. It does say that it's food safe. And my favorite part here is that it does actually say 2023 on it. So you've got your year, you've got your movie, if you ever forget what this is actually from. And of course the movie theater as well, if you forget where it was exclusive to. So pretty cool that all of that is right there inside of the die and doesn't take up one of the sides. So I appreciate that particular design feature. As far as the hinges, there are 2, so it does hinge across where we have this dragon scale welding. They are nice and rounded though, so it shouldn't interfere too much with trying to roll this as an actual die. There's no handle to open it, it's just a hole, so again, that shouldn't interfere too much. If you have the 4 and the 18 facing you, the silver section that connects those two and the other 3 numbers, it looks like 5, 13, and 11, right on that middle of the silver metal, quote unquote, that connects it, you'll see a hole that looks like a big open smiley face there, and that is a little notch that can help you open it, so you can kind of get your finger or fingernail in there and pop it open. Then on the inside top lid, there's a regular edge that goes around this whole pentagon, but at one point there is a little bit of an extra lip here. You can see this extra rectangle right here. Hopefully I'm showing it enough. There we go. So that is where it latches. So there's a little bit of a latch. It's not the strongest latch, and I do wish this latch was a little more serious, but you can hear it latch when you push down. So right now I didn't push yet, but I'll let you hear the click. Ready? So now it's latched, and if you don't shake it too much, you can turn it upside down once without it opening. So the lid isn't opening, but if you shake it, then it will open up. So it's not the best latch, but at least there is sort of a latch in there, which they didn't have to do since it's technically a popcorn bucket. It didn't have to stay closed. So I think that's cool that they did that. But here's the hinge and how it opens. We can see the pentagon at the top. I will show you it opening here. There's a little smiley face on one of the connections that you can stick your finger in to open it. And then the bottom of the bucket is actually not parallel to the top of the bucket. So this bucket is kind of tilted open. The bottom that's directly parallel with the top here would actually be a silver piece that connects 5 of these different triangles together. So you can't actually set it by the bottom, you have to set it by the triangle just further up, which means now it tilts nicely. This is kind of great though, because if you have this on display open, you can kind of see either just the empty inside if that's how you want to display it, or whatever you want to store inside of here. I think it would be cool to store obviously D&D dice, especially if you have some different fun colors and schemes and stuff of those. That would be a cool thing to store in here. Also, small figures, if you have any small D&D figures or any small dragon figures or any small figures at all, would be kind of cool to put in here. I also think it would be really fun to store little pirate coin type toy coin things in here, or even the candy coins, as long as you don't leave them forever stored in here. It could be a cookie jar, it could be a popcorn container, obviously that's what it was made for, but lots of different options of what you can do with this, or you can not put anything in it, and you can just use it as a D&D die and roll it, which would be kind of cool. Alright, in case anyone is interested, there's a little bit of a how-to, but not a lot on this, because there's not a lot that happens with this, but find the side that has the 20 on it. When you put the 20 on top, and it's upside down, then it'll open towards you. So, the 20 is the top side right now, and this is for you guys, so it's upside down for you guys, right? So then when I open it, now it's opening towards you guys. You guys are facing this way. For me, I have the 20 right side up facing me, and it opens opposite so I can show it to you guys or to someone else. So that's one method. There are 3 different methods I would recommend for finding the top easily. One is finding the section with the 20, which you can either feel for the 20 because it is actually embossed on the die, or look for it. So if you find that 20 die, I told you how to do that. The second method is to either look for or feel for the hinges. They also happen to be between the 20 and the 8, if that helps you. And they stick out just a little bit more, and they're kind of rounded. So you can kind of feel it as you're touching all the sides of the die. It also is a little bit visible as well. So that's number 2. And number 3 is the actual latch. So if you are feeling the corners of the die here, one of them has a semicircle open mouth carved into it. So that's what the hole feels like, is one of those little happy smiley face things, and you'll feel just generally a hole in it. So it does feel different on that particular corner where that is. So I'll show you guys that up close. All right, so that's all three. Number 1, find the 20. Number 2, find the hinges. Number 3, find the latch hole where you can open it. So those are my best recommendations if you want to quickly and easily find where it opens and make sure that it's right side up when you do open it. So especially if you have something inside of it or a lot of somethings inside of it. So okay, hopefully that helps some of you guys. You could use this as an actual die. I've played around rolling it on carpet or rugs or on a bed. I don't want to roll it on this hard table right now, but it is rollable. Let me know what you think about the bucket. Let me know if you guys got the bucket, or if you went to a different type of theater and got one of the other cool D&D things that came out. Let me know. What was it? Which theater was it at? And is it super cool? If you enjoyed the video that you saw today and you haven't had a chance yet, please, please, please take a moment, pause this video, and hit that red subscribe button down below. That is completely free for you guys to do, but it really helps support us and encourages us to keep posting awesome videos like this one on the channel. After that, you can hit the thumbs up to leave a like, and then go check out my channel. I've got plenty of other toy reviews and other nerdy and geeky things on there. And until next time, have a great time playing. Bye.